There's a quiet exhaustion that comes from always waiting to be picked. Picked for the relationship, for the opportunity, for the invitation. And the problem isn't that women want connection. The problem is that you're handing over your power when your life becomes a waiting room. Today, I want to talk about the shift that will change everything. That is, you stop trying to be chosen by friends, by family, by men, and start choosing. Feminine power doesn't come from being selected. It comes from being selective. And the building block of this mindset is that choosing requires having some standards in the first place. When you're trying to be chosen, it's about fitting into someone else's standards and fitting into someone else's life. The energy you need to have is, how does this person fit into my life? How does this job or whatever it is move my life forward? So being chosen looks like adapting your personality depending on the room, being someone agreeable and flexible, wanting to do things like cut your hair, but you don't do it because men like long hair. Not being authentic because you want to be liked. But when your mindset is, I do the choosing, you're going to have a different energy altogether. First of all, choosing requires standards, not charm. It's about discernment, not flexibility. Everyone can't be in your space, nor do you want everyone in your space. A woman with standards doesn't ask, what do they want from me? She asks, do I want this or them in my life? And this question alone changes how you'll move with people. Feminine power begins when you stop auditioning. Auditioning is exhausting. Auditioning is really proving energy. And power doesn't come from proving. Power is secure. We all know this. And the moment you stop auditioning, you stop chasing approval. And people who are themselves, who give off the air of either you like me or you don't, and it's fine, because they're not forcing anything, they're harder to replace. And this might seem like an oxymoron, but it isn't. Because think about it. This woman is likely to have friends who value her and want to be around her. So if she cuts someone off, they know they're not getting another friend like her. My mom, she passed away when I was in my 20s, and I'm still friends with her best friend. And I remember her saying once, I'll never have a friend like her again. Choosers know that their energy is valuable. It doesn't matter how many people there are in the world. Another thing I think is that we women, we also tend to overshare, especially when someone else shares something about themselves. But sometimes you need to not fall for the bait. Sometimes it's good to just listen or share something very basic if you must. Oversharing is really about honesty. Sometimes it's strategy for the other person, and high value women understand this. So when you're having a conversation, not everyone is safe with your truth. So keep your storytelling for the people who are actually vetted in your life. Don't be so quick to share, especially because someone else shares. And observe people more. If we spend a little more time just observing other people, we wouldn't even want to share certain things with them because, you spend more time weeding out who they are. High value women observe before they fully engage with other people. They don't rush to bond, they watch behavior. And by watching behavior, you notice patterns. They let time reveal a person's character. Observation will protect you from investing emotional energy into people and situations that aren't for you. I think chemistry, I know people will always talk about chemistry, but I think chemistry can exist with people who aren't meant for you, whether romantically or in a platonic relationship. So whether it's sexual chemistry or otherwise, perhaps there's like some friends who you always have fun with when you all go out, or a work colleague who you can share some, chuckles with. But just because you can have a good time with someone in one area, it doesn't mean they have to have this all-inclusive cast to your life. What you need more of this year is people who align with you. Alignment exists when a person supports the direction you want your life to go in. And getting back to the chemistry thing, people have chemistry in different ways with an individual, but it doesn't mean that in the end, the relationship is negative or it won't be destructive. So it's not about just clicking with a person. When you're choosing, you begin to ask, do our values match? Right? Values go beyond chemistry. Does this situation help my goals? And real talk, if you really want to grow your feminine power, you have to be rooted in sustainability over a long period of time. And you're only going to have sustainable relationships with people who have similar values to you. Don't give access to people who don't want to be in your life like that. Don't give more than what's being offered to you. Don't imagine situations that are more than what's being demonstrated to you. This is what helps us women protect our nervous systems, our time, and our self-worth. Because depending on the situation, when you compromise your standards or ignore red flags to be liked, any rejection that comes after will feel worse because you abandon yourself to be accepted. But when you choose yourself first, rejection is just information, and you walk away intact. Furthermore, being chosen doesn't equal being respected. Someone can choose you out of desire or some other reason and then still disrespect you. But when you choose yourself, you no longer confuse being wanted with being honored, and people respond accordingly. When you choose yourself, access to you is automatically selective in all situations. You don't need to be everyone's friend or get all the invites. I often tell my son, because he's very friendly, you don't need to be friends with everyone. Observe people and then decide. Just because someone may seem nice, it doesn't mean that they are. And even if they seem nice, still take your time. Like kids, everyone is my friend, but he's at the stage where I want him to really take his time forming his friendships. Choosing yourself makes you intentional. Not everyone gets access. Choosing yourself is a form of stewardship, and it's magnetic because it signals self-trust. So, in 2026, lean into your choices. Choose yourself and then take everything else from there. Stop trying to be chosen, and you'll find that you're no longer waiting on anyone to begin living your life. You're no longer waiting on anyone to go out or to invite you on vacation or to make certain choices. You are making the choices on your own. Thank you for watching today's video. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe.